You have happy memories of Manchester in your childhood?
I suppose it is my town. One never really gets over this kind of local patriotism. We had I think everybody has a rough time. Had a rough time, certainly in the 1920s, 1930s. A pretty bad time for everybody.
Tell me about your childhood. Did you ever know your mother?
No, at the end of the First World War, there was this tremendous pandemic, or epidemic of influenza. I think it was the sheer vindictiveness of whatever god there be or was in imposing this ghastly epidemic on a world that had already suffered enough from the war that lately made me feel that religion was rather dangerous. I'd rather not believe in God. The fact was that my mother and sister died within days of each other, which was a fairly common occurrence then. My father, I think, rather resented me because I was still alive, somebody he didn't know, whereas these two he did know and loved had died. And this, of course, applies to quite a number of people.
Who brought you up?
I was brought up by an aunt, Protestant aunt, strange enough, who had two daughters of her own, who was a bad cook and not very sympathetic. And eventually my father married an Irish woman who kept a pub. So I was brought up in a pub.
Noisy pub?
A very noisy pub, one of these old pubs which no longer exist. It always amazes me that the poor of those days could always find money to drink. The drinking, the drunkenness was excessive. Whether this was a good thing, I'm not quite sure.
Didn't put you off it, though, did it?
Not really, no. I recognise this again was part of the human condition, getting drunk.